So like, I will act as your guide real quick. Let me just do this node, and I'll tell you a couple things that are worth, or that you need to know for delving. Okay, couple things to know. Let's break it down. Okay, so there are biomes. These biomes determine what kind of fossils you find and what kind of monsters that spawn. So in the fire biome, you obviously get scorched, and you get pristine. I think there's some other ones. Just go on the wiki, and it'll show you which ones. The cold one has obviously the cold, the ones I forget what they're called. The cold damage ones. Abyssal ones will have bound, and the mana one because that's like associated with light, right? So the different biomes will determine what kind of fossils that you find. Okay, furthermore, the nodes themselves, there are two things to look at here. There's the reward itself, which is pretty self-explanatory, right? This drops gems, this drops items, a variety of items. The thing to note here on the node outside the biome is the top line, which is restless rubble, frozen grave, cavity. That tells you what encounter you're going to face at the end here. So this one, nesting grounds, for instance, is really scary, because that is roars that spawn, and it's undead roars, and they can like when you spawn them all, if you spawn them all the nests, they can completely obliterate you. Because they can spawn with the cannot die aura. The level is shown with the monster level. It goes up to 83. That's the max. That's like at like 150 depth. Then as you go down, there is a hidden stat that is scaled based on the depth. Mainly what increases is life and damage reduction on the monster. The damage also goes up, but not as much as life goes up. Things get very, very, very tanky as you go down. They also do a lot of damage, but they become very, very tanky. Last thing you want to know is, how do you find the walls to break to find the fossils? And the way you do that is you need to understand that this whole thing, this whole delve is a grid. And there is a node on every point on the grid. So if you don't see the node, that means there's a wall. So you see here, this thing right here went... Okay, so like imagine this is a tile. This is a tile. This is a tile. You see how this is a tile as well here? Like there's no node, but there would be a tile here. There's just a road. When there's a road on a tile with no node, it means there's a wall. Same thing here. So there's a wall to break here. There's a wall to break here. That's why you use your dynamite. So long, this one here would have 1, 2, 3 tiles with walls. So if you're looking for the cold-based fossils, you would like go up here and take this road so you could break the 3 walls. The last thing I would note would be how do you get to the nodes out here? The ones that are lost in the sauce. You need to find the node that has 2. Every single node in the delve is either 1 or 3. They can't be anything else. I don't think they can be. I think 4. Yeah, 4 is very rare, but mostly it's 1 and 3. Now 2 can't exist. So when you see a node like this, when there is something out here, and then there is a 1 road, 2 roads. So essentially it's the amount of roads that lead to the node. If there's ever one out here, you look for the one that only has 2 connectors. Because that means the third one is hidden. So you get to this node, and then you search the darkness for the wall, and when you blow up the wall, it opens up the road to this one over here. Oh, there's a 4 on my screen here. Yeah, you're right. Right there. It's a bit uncommon, this one, but it does exist. There it is. That's all you need to know about Delve. The only other thing you need to learn about Delve is like what spawns in there and what's worth going for. One thing to know is that Delve can spawn fractured items with unique modifiers, which are very, very, very good. That you can get fractured fist reduction on helmets, fractured physical damage taken, stuff like that. It's very strong. Well, you can get all sorts of like specific mods down here that are worth farming. And then the bosses, of course. Yeah, that was a quick guide into Delve. Hope that helped.